Hey guys, this is my new car, the AP1 S2000, and in the previous video you saw me pick up the car. So in this video, let's do a walk around and I'll show you some of the details on it as it currently sits a week after I bought it. Alright guys, so this is my AP1 S2000. It's a model year S2000 and it's in really good condition with very low mileage for its age. So it's got 75,000 kilometers on the clock, which is about 47,000 miles. And the paint and the body is in fantastic condition, and it's already been lightly modded with basically the exact mods that I was going to do myself. So starting from here, let's just start from the wheels. So these are raised ZE40 wheels, 17-inch, same as the front. And over here we have slotted rotors. And what's really interesting is if you come around to the front over here, where we see the really nice modulo arrow, there's actually a vent that's been cut into the fake vent. And so now this will vent into over here. So the piping will actually vent into the rotors to cool the brakes. Alright, so moving over to the other side. So the stance of the car is really nice. It's been dropped, I would say maybe a couple inches down from stock. The fitment is pretty much perfect in my opinion. It doesn't look too stancy or too cambered or anything. In fact, the fitment is pretty much perfect. And so right now, the car is running on, what are they called again? Buddy Club Racing Spec coilovers. In the future, I'm thinking about changing them for Olin's DFV, but right now they actually ride really well and really comfortably, although a little bit on the harsh side, but it's really great for, you know, when you're riding on a toge. All right, so over here, there's a Cusco roll bar. And what I love is how the roll bar really complements the wheels. And in a way, it really reminds me of my previous car, the NA Miata Roadster, because that car had the Watanabes and the roll bar, and this combination kind of looks like the updated version of it. Over here, we have smoked out taillights, and these are actually not the OEM taillights. At the beginning, I was not such a big fan of the look of these, but they actually look really cool, especially when we turn on the lights, and look at that. So, in my opinion, this actually looks better than stock. I mean, stock is a classic look, and it's never gonna go out of style, but I think this looks really nice as well. And over here, all right, so this is a Mugen dual exhaust, and the sound that comes out of this is great. All right, let's see, moving over here, just a couple touches. So on the back here, there's a little thing to block the wind, like a wind blocker. And I put the Hunter sticker on there. And I know you guys have been asking me forever for the stickers, and don't worry, I'll get them made soon and make them available for you guys as well. And this is just a fun little touch, but I put Gunma-chan over here as well. I took this from the previous car and gave him his rightful spot between the roll bar, just to kind of remind everybody, just kind of remind me about where I came from. So, you know, I started this whole journey in Gunma, and that's why Gunma-chan is there. Even though now my license plates say 2000, even though now my license plates say Yokohama, and actually, look at that. I got custom license plates which say 2000, or well, 2000. So that's something you can do in Japan, and it's a little fun thing that I've always wanted to do. All right, let's take a look at the interior. So this interior is in fantastic condition, if you ask me. I mean, the dash has pretty much no chips, no dings around the navigation bezel. It's in perfect condition, and around all these switches and around the wheel, the condition is really good. All right, moving over here. All right. Okay, I'm gonna turn the car on, and I want to show you guys a couple things. Well, first, let's start her up. Of course, one of the coolest things about the S2000 is when you start it up. All right, clutch in, and when you turn this, it doesn't actually turn on the car. The way you turn it on is with this button, engine start button right there. So here we go. And look at that, starts right up. And this gauge is so cool because it's a digital display. Look at that. Sounds great. And one of my favorite features about this car, which I actually just installed it 2 days ago, or no, yesterday, is, check this out. So over here, there's an audio lid. Well, there's a lid that covers a 1-DIN audio slot. But I actually just replaced this audio slot with something else. Look at that. And we've got DEFI gauges. I've always wanted a set of DEFI gauges, and here we can see water temp, oil temp, and oil pressure. And while you're driving, you can see it. It's one of my concerns that I wouldn't be able to see it while driving, or it would be too hard to see. But actually, it's perfectly fine. You can totally glance down and take a quick look at it, and no issues there. Another really cool thing is that, let me turn this off for a second. So actually, the JDM S2000s have a OEM navigation, a navigation unit. This has now been replaced with an aftermarket unit, but this navigation cubby is actually stock. So unlike folks in the States who have to actually cut their dash, this came like this, and previous owner just switched out the navigation system for this newer one. And I'm actually gonna replace this navigation system for an even newer one next week. I'm gonna replace it with one that's compatible with CarPlay. All right, so just taking a look around here, you can see that the interior is in really nice shape, especially the leather of the passenger seat. There's like almost no imperfections, so it's like this passenger seat was barely used. Even the driver's seat is in really good condition, although there's a little bit of wear on the bolsters, it's still really comfortable and still holds me in place really well. So the interior is just in basically really good condition, which is important because that's where you spend all your time, right? All right, let's take a look at the engine bay. All right, here we go. So this is the F20C from the AP1 S2000, and this engine is in really beautiful condition. Look at that, there's like basically no dirt inside, which means the previous owner took really good care of it, and it's in just really nice shape. We have this really nice Cusco strut bar over here, and this backyard special air intake box thing, air intake panel, and basically that will take air that would have been, and basically this will take air that would have escaped over here around the radiator and just kind of funnel that into the intake. And so yeah, it looks really cool, and this engine is just a remarkable engine. At the time it was created, it had the highest horsepower per liter output of any car that had been produced up until that point. And I think it was only bested by the Ferrari 458 much later and at a much higher price point. So this is a really special engine, and you guys all know that this engine revs to an astounding 9,000 RPM. And when it does, when it goes into VTEC, it is just absolutely intoxicating. That is pretty much the best thing about this car. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to close the top, and I'm gonna close the bonnet, and I'm gonna just like move it up a little bit over here, and you guys can hear what it sounds like when it starts up. All right guys, hope you enjoyed that. Let's just do another quick little walk around while the car is on, so you can see what it looks like as it sits waiting at a stoplight. Look at that. It looks super aggressive in my opinion. Really, really retro, neo-retro cool. Interior over here looks amazing. Here, S2000 badge. This is a name that's going to go down in history as being one of the best cars that ever came out of Japan. All right, just finishing up on the front over here. The only thing I didn't talk about was the Cusco LSD. So it's got a little bit of a clunk while we're turning at low speeds. 1.5 away Cusco LSD. It's great for toge, gives you a little bit more grip. And that's basically it guys. This is my S2000. Absolutely love this car. This is my dream car. And you know, it's not perfect. There are a couple things that I wanted to make a little bit better. For example, the shifting is a little bit notchy. It's a little bit difficult to shift into first gear and into reverse gear. And this car also has a buzzy clutch, which is a common issue with AP1 S2000s. I should be able to fix that pretty soon once I replace the clutch. And aside from that, the next couple things I'm going to do are to replace the tires with probably going to go with Advan Neova's 8008Rs. And in the future, I'll probably also replace the coilovers with the Öhlins DFVs. And exterior wise, you know, right now I'm loving the way it sits, but I'm thinking in the future I'm going to replace the front bumper with the 20th anniversary S2000, the new bumper, and possibly over here maybe get spoon fenders. And I think that's basically, those are my plans for the car. And I'm very excited, but for now, I'm just gonna enjoy the car as is, as it sits for a while. Now let's turn this off. All right, because I absolutely love the car. And yeah, guys, I feel completely blessed. And it's just absolutely amazing that I'm able to own this car, and I've been able to buy it basically with the money that I made through the channel, which just blows my mind. So that's basically it, guys. This is the car, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please follow me on Instagram. You can see a lot more pictures of this car, and I talk about it a lot more, do a lot of stories and things like that, and you're really gonna enjoy it. So yeah, that's it, guys. This is the walk around of my new S2000. Cool. Alright guys, so in the next video, I'm going to tell you a little bit of the backstory about this particular car and why it's so special to me. So keep watching.